Miss Transformers 96 here with another review. This time we have a review of the Marvel Universe Iceman figure. So here you go. I'm reviewing X-Men Marvel Universe figures all this week because of the release of the Wolverine. And right now I'm reviewing Iceman, a core member of the X-Men. And yeah, so hold on a second. Alright, so to start off, here's the box. As you can see, I have three of the, I think there's one more in the assortment of this wave. We got Tony Stark, Magneto, and Absorbing Man. Most of these were just repaints. I'm pretty sure that this was just a slight repaint, or maybe not even a repaint, but came with the Tony Stark head sculpt. Magneto was a repaint, Absorbing Man was a repaint. You've got his bio, a picture of him on the back, and then the front has some great artwork. I did take off this bubble. It just I bought it a little while ago, so I have removed the front part of it since then. So here's the figure. So overall, you know, just a pretty plain figure, I have to say. Nothing too special. I really can't say anything that, you know, is great about this character, or sorry, this figure. I mean, the character's pretty neat. He's appeared in two movies, right? Yeah, 2 movies. And yeah, so overall pretty cool. So as far as the actual sculpt, nothing special. This is one of the older body sculpts and is just a straight up repaint. Now, be that as it may, it's a good repaint. I like the paint. That's where this guy has something going for him. This clear icy paint, lovely. I mean, you can see the joints and the connecting pieces and everything. And you know, this is just a great figure. If you wanted to see, you know, what limbs and how you could remove things, this is totally the figure to get, because he is totally see-through, which is really neat and pretty unique. So I do absolutely love the paint job. I mean, you've got this great ice blue, you know, clear plastic color, which looks fantastic. And then on top of that, you have silver highlights, just absolutely beautifully painted, I have to say. It's a gem of a paint job, at least. That's for sure. Other than that, you know, nothing too special. He's got a ball-jointed head, ball-hinge shoulders, biceps swivel, hinge elbows, swivel wrist, ball jointed upper torso, ball jointed thighs, double hinge knees, hinge swivel ankles, the standard articulation, the old standard articulation for Marvel Universe. Articulation has gotten a little bit better since then. Now we have more waist swivels, sometimes hinges on the wrists, sometimes hinges on the necks. Most of the time we have ball hinges instead of just ball joints, and we have ankle pivots a lot now. So articulation definitely has gotten better since this figure was made. He does come with like a little ice accessory. It is just a repaint as well, so nothing special again there. And this is what he comes with. This isn't actually what he comes with. This is the actual sculpt, but his is just painted blue. Sorry, I've had this guy for I'd say it's been a year now, and I totally misplaced his exact accessory, but I do have the same sculpt. Overall, the sculpt is great, and I'm sure the blue would look pretty good. It does just clip on to either the bottom or the top of his hand, and overall, that's pretty neat. Also, one of the things is this picture on the back here has his mouth and eyes painted white. I would have loved to see that in this figure. He is just a little plain as far as you can barely make out his face. It just looks like a circle on top of him. You know, up close and, you know, in good detail you can see it, but it's very hard to see. So I would have loved some white paint on the mouth and eyes. That would have really brought out the figure and made him a little bit more interesting. Would have loved for them to do that, but what are you going to do? This is the accessory that I think that he looks good with. This came with the purple Iron Man from the Iron Man 2 series, if I'm not mistaken, and this, you know, basically just goes right on his hand. There we go. So yeah, so he's got a little ice blast then. I think that looks pretty cool, and yeah, I mean, because it's actually on his hand. The other one just clips on, and I don't think the ones that just clip on look good. This one does look nice though, although it's not a perfect fit, it does definitely still work, and does look pretty cool. So yeah, so overall the paint job is incredible, you know, I mean, other than just lacking one little thing that they did think of, obviously, because the prototype had it, but the final production just did not have it. It was the white mouth and the white eyes. Would have loved that. Otherwise, the paint is perfect. Couldn't ask for anything more. And yeah, articulation is standard for back when, which isn't so good nowadays. And the body sculpt itself, I'm sure you have a million of in different forms because it's a very simple, plain body sculpt that we have in other ways. And just nothing too special. Other than that, one problem that I also have is this thigh pops off really easily on mine, and I can't pinpoint why, because I mean the ball joint seems to be intact, and then the socket seems to be intact. There isn't any chipping that would make the make the hole bigger, so I just don't understand. It must just be mine, but it is very annoying because it does pop off extremely easily, and therefore makes it not so much fun. When I pose, do a pose or something, typically I'll just leave this guy on the shelf because of his fairly old style articulation and for his slightly messed up thigh. So yeah, overall it's a pretty decent figure, but nothing too special. Definitely do not get this guy unless you're a big X-Men fan or a big Iceman fan. For the casual Marvel Universe collector or just casual Marvel collector, definitely not for you. And so there you go. So that's my review of the Marvel Universe Iceman figure. Thanks for watching.